Hi guys, long time no see. Welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today we're doing a homestead vlog, kind of homestead happenings around the property. And this is over about a week. So here you can see me and Brian. This is our front yard and we're taking some measurements because we're getting ready to plant some trees. We have 2 lemon trees and a lime tree, or 2 lime trees and a lemon tree, and we've already repotted them once, and now instead of repotting them we want to go ahead and get them into the ground. So we're trying to stake out where we want to put them in our yard. We did read online that they need to be at least 15 feet apart, so we're trying to make sure that we have them 15 feet apart and that where we're putting them is not going to impede on like the front porch we're going to put up or encroach into the driveway. So that's what we're doing with the measurements here. It had been so dry, like you can see our grass is completely brown. Brian had a really tough time digging these holes for the trees. It was really hard ground, and every time he lifted up the shovel it was just like dust was coming off of it. It was pretty funny, but it was a very hot day. This day it had to be 90 plus. We were outside for less than an hour, I think, and when we came in I had to lay down. It was so intense out there in the direct sunlight. I think this was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He wanted to go out and do this, so I obliged. How is the weather where you guys are? I know most of the country's been in a heat wave. It has finally rained here in North Florida. We've been getting some good rain, so hopefully the dry patch is behind us. So here comes our middle son, Bryson. He's 8 and he's our helper extraordinaire. Anytime he sees us doing anything, he always wants to help. He's our big helper. He's the sweetest boy ever. So he's going over to the garden area to pick up the trees that we have over here. This is where they were, next to the garden. So he's bringing them over to the new place that we are going to plant them now. All right, so let's go check on Bryan real quick. See how he's doing. He's out here changing the oil in his truck. Us and YouTube checking on you.
Hey.
You all right? Getting her done?
No, not yet.
No.
I feel like we're losing. I don't know what part is the air dam, because once I take the air dam off, which is like I said, I don't know what that part is. Once I get that off, that'll access the plug. But I don't know if this is the air dam or this is the air dam.
Well, damn.
Right. And the video I watched said that it was going to be an 8mm socket, and I see the 1, 2, 3, 4 screws he was talking about with the 8mm socket, but I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be removing, or if this is what I'm supposed to be removing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, first time, you know, it'll be better next time once you know what you're doing. This is the first time you've ever changed your own oil in this truck. So
in this truck, yeah. Yours was way different.
Yeah. Bryan decided that he was going to change our oil to like save us money. So he did my car a few months ago, and it was pretty easy. He did it no problem, but just trying to figure out what he's supposed to be doing under this F-150, so he'll get it right. All right, so I figured I'd give you guys a little homestead update because you haven't had one in a while. Today is Wednesday, it's Juneteenth, so happy Juneteenth. I hope you guys had the day off with pay. Whoop, 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 whoop. So we're having a party Saturday for our 10-year-old, and the pool is green. Okay, like it's green. And I'm not sure, you know, if it being hotter than it has been made, you know, the chlorine dissipate and the algae grow, but it just happened at the absolute wrong time. So me and Bryan chalked it last night. It does look better than it did, but it's not all the way right yet. So got the ladder out so we could brush it, get the algae off of it. So let's come over here and see our chickens. I remember on one of our past videos, we didn't know what one of the breeds of chickens we have is, but now we do know what breed it is, and we do also know that we have a rooster. That's him right there. That's Philippe. That's what Bryan named him. He is an Andalusian chicken. They lay white eggs, so I think that's the only white egg layer I have. Obviously not him, but there is another Andalusian who's a hen somewhere. Oh, she's back there. She's sitting on that perch back there. I don't know if you guys can see her. That's the hen Andalusian. Okay, so now we have two roosters. That's Ben. He's a Brahma. He's a beautiful rooster, but he is mean. We have silver-laced Wyandottes. We have Big Mama. I don't know. I guess she's getting ready to lay an egg. She's making a lot of noise. I'm trying to talk. Okay. All right. She doesn't care. And then we have the Golden Comets. And then the cream leg bars. And there's an Easter egger somewhere. Probably on the back side. Oh, there he is. Or she. That's the Easter egger. So that one will lay like a colored egg. These will all lay brown eggs. The leg bars lay a pretty colored egg too. I'm not sure what kind. Here are our turkeys. That's Tom. And the Tomettes. They have a lot of eggs under them, but none of them are hatching. Like, we don't know if they're fertilized. If they're not fertilized, we're trying not to bother them. It just seems like we come out here and there's no eggs, and then we'll come out here in 2 days and there's like 10. And we're like, what is happening? We're not sure if they're fertilized or not. So for now, we're just leaving them alone. Me and Bryan are making plans to expand this area next to their coop so they can have a bigger space to run around in. We recently opened these two up. There's like a little hole in the middle in here. so that chickens can go between these two pens and stay inside the pen. Mainly because of mess. We were letting them free range, but they're going all over the carport, so they're pooping all over the carport, and we don't like that. So this just gave them more space, and we'll probably make something bigger for them also, just so that they can free range a little bit, but they're still enclosed. I'm gonna hustle over here to the garden and show y'all what is up. It's so hot. It finally rained after weeks and weeks in our area. There had been so many brush fires in our neighborhood. Really sad. We needed some rain, so I think we did get a little bit last night, so that was great. But aside from it being dry, it's very hot also. So me and Bryan are talking about getting like a sunshade to either run here or run here, so that it casts a shadow on the garden at like the hottest point of the day, because everything just got fried. So here are our cowpea plants. We did get a lot of peas off of them. I'll show you guys when we go inside. The jar of peas that I have, we were able to start a jar. I pulled out like 100 seeds for us to plant next year, because this obviously wasn't enough for us to survive off of, even for like one season. So I think everything I have in the house that's already shelled is enough for maybe one meal for us. So obviously we need more plants if we want to get to a point where we could supplement buying peas at the store with the peas that we're growing. So these are ready. So I'll take these in and shell them and put them in the jar. Like we're just using them as dried peas. I wait till they get like this so that the peas dry really quickly. Otherwise, if you pull them when they're green, these are more like fresh beans. And I guess you could freeze these, but I prefer dried beans anyways. That's what I buy at the grocery store. And then I, soak them and simmer them for hours with bacon and onion and all that delicious stuff. And then they become edible. So yeah, these are ready. I'll put them with the others and we'll be done with that for now. This is our sweet potato starter. These are some sweet potato slips that have gotten roots, so I need to put them in the ground. I feel like I'm done getting slips. I don't need any more sweet potato plants. That's what I say, I don't need any more. But I'm gonna feel just like I feel about these peas, that we don't have enough sweet potatoes once the season's over. So let's just go over here to the sweet potatoes so you guys can see how many we have. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus there's like 3 or 4 in that little jar. I just showed you guys that I was rooting. So like 13 or 14 sweet potato plants, and like these, they're doing so good. They love the heat. This one is vining, this one is vining. And then like these are the ones that I planted last. Like you can tell these are the first ones I planted, and then these were the last ones that I planted. But yeah, they look good. I just don't know if I need to keep making sweet potato slips. And I think it's like 90 days, 100 and something days to harvest. I'll have to look it up for a refresher, but you know, after that you're getting out of season. So these are our pitiful green bean plants. They didn't do anything. They are green, most of them. This one's dead. They are green, they are flowering, they do generate green beans, but I mean they're teeny tiny. Like all of this is like dwarf food. It hasn't made enough of anything to do anything. So it's not dead, it's just not yielding. So we might try a different variety of green bean plant. We also need to mix this soil with some like black cow, because we were thinking it's too hot. That's why stuff's not growing like it should in here. And like add more dirt, because underneath this we have these like stacked with like stone, branches, and then dirt. So it just might not be thick enough dirt the roots could be not having, you know, enough dirt to go through, because these are raised with like the black mesh under them to keep the weeds from coming in. It doesn't work that well because, as you can see, there are some weeds. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna have to fix this up this season. Here's some tomato plants. They're getting big. Oh my gosh, they're big. That one in the back has 2 tomatoes on it. It's falling over from the weight. These ones in the front are not doing very well. These 3 are. These aroma tomato plants. So here you can see the little tomatoes. They're so cute. And then it's starting to fall over. I'm trying to rig it. Yeah, we gotta get some tomato cages. This is our first time ever growing tomatoes. We did clean out this bin that had the collards and the cabbages in it. We pulled all the collards out and gave them to the pigs and the chickens, and the cabbage we just kind of let stay in there and die. But this one needs to be fixed up too. And see, this is what I was talking about. Like when we pulled the collards out, there's like sticks sticking up. Like there's not enough dirt in here. It's too much like organic matter that's keeping the plants from getting like deep roots. Here are our watermelons. We've got several that are growing. We did have some trouble with like wilting. You can see like the spotting and the wilting here. This whole vine has died back. Only this is like 2 different roots. Like this root has the pretty green, and this big root here is the one that has all the dying stuff. And there's a watermelon on it here, so it's very small. I don't think it made it to the age that, or the size that it's supposed to be. These are sugar babies. It's supposed to be like 8 or 9 pounds. I mean, this feels like 3-4 pounds maybe. So I think we're gonna bust this open and give it to the chickens. I don't know why this one died like this. You know, we tried to use Google to help us figure out what was going on with it, and I think it just took too long for us to figure it out, and it was just dying more and more every day. So we did try to add some liquid nutrients to it, and we did put some fungicide on it to see if we could help it, but it seems to be dying. I don't think we used enough fertilizer this year. We didn't. We went with the hands-off method aside from watering, because it is so dry and hot. Everything would die if you didn't water. But we didn't fertilize like we should either. So I think that's something we can improve on for next year. Here's the piggies. Wait. Bryan's been feeding them like a lot, like coming out and throwing scraps to them. So they definitely come more when we're at the fence than they used to. They'll come right up to the fence if they think you have treats or know you have treats. So I guess they don't feel like I have any treats in my hand because they're not coming to the fence. Good morning, piggies. So their area's looking pretty good. Bryan's got the house that you guys saw him build. here for them to get out of the sun, get out of the rain. He also built like this little box for their food. So the back lifts up and we can pour the food into that big bowl. That's their water and like their watering hole for now. We did have a little pool for them, but they destroyed it. So we're gonna have to get something else. And then you guys already saw us plant these fruit trees over here, but in real time that was at least 3 days ago. So I think we did that on Sunday and today's Wednesday. So let's just go out here and take a peek at how they're looking. Here's the first one. It looks so good. It's the second one. They all look like they took to it really well, so that's great. Okay. And then the only other thing we have is an orange tree that's like on the opposite side of the property. All of the wild blackberries that we had out there got mowed down the last time we mowed, so we don't have any blackberries, but we do have this orange tree over here. So I've been watering it so it will not die. It's really hard to get the water from the pump house all the way over here to this tree. We didn't think this out very well. So this is a tree that Brian got out of someone's yard. They offered it to him and he took it. So he dug it up and brought it home. It's got new growth on it, so it's doing good. After initially, I think it was shocked. Excuse me. But it is doing better now. Brian got the dam off of his truck and has completed his oil change. So let's go inside and I'll show you guys this pea jar. Okay, so I just bebopped y'all into my pantry. Here we go. Alright, so this is the jar of peas that we have collected. And I took 100 peas out of this jar to save for next year for us to plant. And we'll see what kind of yield we get with that. So I'm going to shell these and put them in this jar. I'll probably let them sit up here, excuse me, a couple days because I have to make sure they're completely dry before they go in this jar. So that's what we usually do. Put them on a plate and let them dry all the way, and then we'll add them to the jar. Alright guys, good morning. So I realized I never showed you guys an update on the pool sitch. I don't know if you can see it very well, but the pool is clear. We had someone come out and professionally clean it, so it's back up to snuff. But what I really wanted to show you guys was over here. We woke up this morning to a bobcat or a panther on our security cameras. We had several chickens die and be taken away. So Brian secured this pen by putting like boards and some old shed pieces, you can see here on the side, all the way around this coop. But we decided to set up a camera to try and catch whatever it was that was coming to get our chickens. And it's been a while, but we did finally catch it on camera this morning. I'm going to insert that footage right here. So as you can see, It is a very large cat, either a panther or a bobcat. Those are the Florida wild cats. And it did get one of our turkeys. Here is some feathers. We only have 4 turkeys now. We did have 5. It got one of our females. So how the panther got the turkey, we believe, is right here. We do have just a small opening in the house here. So it must have grabbed the turkey and drug her out, because there is no there's no other way for it to have gotten in or out. The pin is secure otherwise. The door was locked when I came to check on it. The roof is intact. I'm gonna get you guys some fresh food and water in just a minute. Fortunately, it did not bother our chickens this time. We're about to let them out, make sure they're all here and accounted for. Make sure, it looks like Ben and Big Mama are still here. So let's see how many babies we have. Watch out, Ben. This door sticks. I hate it. Okay. It rained last night. It's so slippery out here. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Should be 13. I always have to separate them so I can see which one is missing. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Goldens. We have the 2 black and white ones. We have the 2 black ones. The 2 leg bars and my Easter egger. Okay, so that's all 13. So all the chickens are accounted for. Their coop is still intact also, fortunately. So one of the first things we need to do is get a board and put it over there on the side so that when the panther comes back, it can't grab the turkey from under there. And then we do have, it's not strong enough to deter a panther or a bobcat. It might scare it away, but we do have an electric fence, a solar electric fence that we can run around the perimeter of these coops to deter the cat from coming up. Like once it touches it, it might back up. I think we should probably get some solar lights too, so that, you know, once it comes into the path of the light, maybe the light will scare it off. I honestly don't know, but I'm pretty sad about this turkey. Like, it had to be a pretty big cat to, like, you see the size of this female turkey. You saw the video of it carrying it in its mouth, so it's a pretty large cat. Just for a point of reference, this is where that camera is that the video shows the panther or bobcat on. This is that camera. So it's not super tall, but you saw it look right into it. So it must be a juvenile cat, but it's definitely not a house cat. Because, let me stand next to it. Yeah. It's about as tall as my leg. So, yeah, that's the sad news this morning on the homestead. Get these guys some food, some water. Good morning, good morning. I know, I'm so sorry for your loss. If I can get the gate open. Oh, gosh, we got to do something about this food. Every time it rains, it gets all nasty. And it poured yesterday. We got a good soaking rain, which we needed. You guys look like you're okay on the water situation. But nobody wants to eat wet food. So I'm just going to dump it out. Unconventional, I know. I just don't want to touch it. Girly girl. Alright. Let's go over here to the garage. Get some fresh turkey food. It's not even 7 a.m. That was like 4 o'clock this morning that panther came on our property. So when Bryan got ready to go to work this morning, he saw the video clip. Let's see if we have... Probably need to wait till Bryan gets home and have him cut a piece of wood for this specifically. Very hard to do with one hand. See all our turkey eggs in there. See, we boarded up the side over there and the back when the predator started getting our chickens, but we left one side open. So Mama, can you get over there and sit on those eggs, please? I know you know they're a little traumatized, but I need some turkey babies. And then said panther walked into the woods that way on the camera, so I don't know where he's at during the day, but he sure knows these birds are over here, and he's definitely coming every few days. It's been a while since he got one of our last chickens, but since Philippe, this rooster is mean. He's mean to the other chickens. Ben is mean to people. I've never seen him be mean to a chicken. But Philippe is mean to the other chickens. Nobody likes him. That's what Bryan named him, Philippe. See, Ben always trying to get at people. Why are you jumping at me, Ben? We stopped letting them come out because they go all over the carport and poop all over the place. So Bryson cleaned the carport for us. So we opened up this pen so that they can go back and forth between the two to give them more space. so we don't have to let them out. Let's go check on the pigs. Bryan was like, you know, as far as the panther or the bobcat, what about the pigs? And I was like, well, I don't know if it doesn't know they're over there, or, you know, the pigs are so fast. If it could catch the pigs, if it wanted to. They're in such a big area, they have a lot of room to run. Like chickens and turkeys are in cages that make them easy targets, so there they go. Good morning. Good morning, Piggy. How are we doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Are you guys eating the food your daddy brought? So Bryan is a manager at a restaurant, and he brings home all kinds of scraps for them. That's all the stuff that you guys see right here. It's just lettuce and tomatoes from salad, strawberry tops, you know, all the things that they fruits and veggies that they cut the ends off of or that go bad. He brings them for the pigs. Huh, your daddy brought you some good foods? Shirley, what are you doing? What are you doing? You see, we can get a little closer now without them running, because they're used to us bringing food. So, is that a piggies? Is that, oh, a cardinal. There's a beautiful red cardinal. There. Just stuck behind the fence there. Oh, it flew off. Y'all doing okay though? I'm gonna come over here and check your water. What's the water sitch? Oh man. Oh man. Alright, so now I'm gonna get these guys some water. Yes, Shirley, you need some water. Do you need some water? Hey, Shirley girl. Hey, Shirley girl. Mama gonna give you some water. Okay? Get in here. It rained really good last night. I'm surprised it's not full of water. It's like they've been beating up on it. It's not round anymore. It's oval. I put it on level ground. You guys have it all wallowed out over here. Alright. Alright, sorry. That was hard to do with one hand. So I usually just let the water hose run and fill up the bucket, and then I'll come and pull the water hose out because it takes a long time to fill up, and the gnats over here are relentless. So I'm going to go inside and get my coffee pot started, because I do have to work today, get these boys up, and get them ready for summer camp. I think that's going to be the end of this vlog. So, yeah, anything else that I record, I'll start a new video for, but I did want to get an ending to the last vlog that we started. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.